Today we're looking at doing some door pricing tables. So what we've got here at the moment is we've got the drawing properties up. If I come and find my materials manager, bearing in mind in the version 8 versus version 9, this is version 9, the materials manager is located slightly in a different spot, but it will still look like this when you open it. What we need to do is we're going to come to any material. It's not relevant which material you come to, but you'll probably be in a door material. We need to edit the price tables, okay, and this will bring up the list of tables that we may have already created. Okay, now I've also got a document from one of the brands of prices in the background here. It is possible to get an Excel spreadsheet from most of the suppliers of doors to give you a breakdown. Now what I'm going to do here is I am just going to literally copy this table here, and I'm going to bring myself open a new document because I'm just going to clean this up a little bit so it's ready to import into CabMaster. So we just paste that in here. Now this one in particular comes with a few extra styles and formats, so I'm just going to use Excel to get rid of that. We don't need that stuff. The other thing we don't need is we don't need that up in the corner. Now with these heights and widths that we're talking about here, these we don't need written this way. So what we're going to do is just strip it back down to some basics. So this one here, we put 150 millimeters, this one 300, and we're just going to repeat this process across the board as long as I get it right. Oops. Make sure you do have it written in a right way. I tend to have numbers as whole numbers with a millimeters, not just a whole number and not with a space between the millimeters. That can lead some misleading information. So as we run through this and repair it, I'm probably going to cut the video here and jump through to save time on this one. Alrighty, and we're back again. So as you can see, I've changed all these values across here to the whole numbers with millimeters and all down the side. Now all the numbers in here just tend to be just a number. I suppose it doesn't matter if there's a dollar symbol, but generally just a number is just fine. So what I do is I copy these back onto the clipboard again. As I come back to CabMaster's Material Manager, what you're generally going to find you're going to do is you're going to probably add a new one. Now you can obviously pick something that's already been made, or you can make a new one. I'll just make a new one. Obviously you can call it whatever you want for its name, but if you pick the right sort of names, it makes it easier to filter these tables later for when you're trying to call upon them, and it's easier to understand what they're for. Now in here, this is where we've got a blank table. If I wanted to write one by hand, I could literally come here and write one by hand by simply adding a required heading, 100 millimeters, and then add another one and keep going for the headings for the rows and the columns. Okay, but I've already got one that I've sampled already, so I'm going to paste from clipboard. Now the format I want to use, because of the way I've done it, I want to use a whole table in cuisine format up here. So I simply say paste. And as you can see, it's filled in all the information, okay? I'm going to save my layout. If I come to view the table, you can see all the information's come through. It's automatically populated this with the dollar symbol because it knows it's a dollar's value. If you were doing it by hand, like I just explained before, adding a single heading here, and then you save the layout to actually get your layout, when you come back over here, these would be blank. If you're writing in these figures, I would make the suggestion to write a dollar symbol, a whole number with a decimal with 2 decimal places. Even if you needed 00, I would recommend doing the 00. Makes it easier to read out later and avoids problems. I can see this one down here. Probably not important, but I like to do it if I'm playing around with it. I like to put it down to the 2 decimal places. Try not to do what I just did there, which was to exit one of those. So that's then good. We can close out and we can save our material. We can save our materials manager or not. We've made that table. I'm going to save it. There's nothing I did wrong there. Then if we come back into materials manager, we can go and look at our work. So now if we go and look at our work, we managed to see our result of our work. So I'm going to come in here and I find my new table, and I can go look at it, and from here you'll see the results of what you have created. So this is now tethered a material to this pricing table. Obviously you can repeat this process multiple times over to create more tables. Thanks for watching everyone. Have a good one.